Hi and welcome to day 44 of our 40 days through the Gospel of John. This is this fourth extra day as we draw close to the conclusion of John's Gospel. We're in the final chapter, John 21, and close to the final few verses. I'm particularly thinking about John 21 verse 18 onwards. And it's where Jesus describes to Peter how he's going to die. What a tough message that must have been to hear. Jesus standing there talking to Peter, and he says, "Truly I tell you, when you were younger, you dressed yourself and went where you wanted." He said, "Look, you've had a lot of freedom, but when you're old, the journey ahead, you'll stretch out your hands." I wonder if Jesus demonstrated that with the hand that he had with holes in them and said, "You'll stretch out your hands." Maybe put his arms out like on a cross. You'll stretch out your hands and someone else will dress you and lead you where you don't want to go. This was Jesus describing to Peter, this is the journey ahead for you, Peter. There's a journey of persecution, suffering, and ultimately there's going to be a way you're going to die very much like me, with your arms spread out and someone deciding what you don't want. It's a tough message, must have been for Peter to hear. But Peter does what we often do. We play the comparison game. We might look and go, well, that sounds pretty rough. Is everyone else going to get it rough too, or am I the only one? Peter looks at John. In John's Gospel, John describes himself by saying the one that Jesus loved. And he says he looked around and saw the one that Jesus loved. And he says, but what about him? And Jesus, in the politest way, says, it's not really any of your business, Peter. It doesn't really matter what's going to happen with him. It could be that he'll stay alive until the day I come back. And Jesus wasn't saying John will stay alive. He said it could be. It's like, it doesn't matter, Peter. What matters is what's ahead for you. And more importantly, that I'm with you in it. Jesus is meeting Peter where he's at and the journey that's ahead for him. And he's also helping Peter to not look at what's happening to everyone else. It's a distraction, Peter. It's irrelevant. It doesn't help. What counts is that I'm here with you and I know what's in store for you. And, each of us face our own challenges. You'll always find someone who has got it better off than you. You'll be able to find someone, if you look around, who's got it worse off than you. But it doesn't really matter. What Jesus says, I know what's in store for you. I know the challenges ahead. I know what it means to follow me. I know the price you're paying. And it doesn't matter about anybody else. I'm here with you. And so this day, just feel the emotion that Peter does. Feel that sense of God's got things in store for me. And maybe not all of them I totally want. They'll not be the choices I would make, but he has the best in store for me. And it's not about how it compares to anyone else. It's about what Jesus has ahead for me. And let that be a comfort to you, knowing that don't worry about everyone else. Know that Jesus is with you. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're going through, he is with you. He knows what's ahead and he's laying a path for you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Have a good day.